actually really curious, and maybe this is not like the best topic for a public video, but I'm just going to talk about it anyways. I'm really curious how so much has developed around EB-1A as far as like independent businesses, consultants, courses, programs. I think it's gone a lot beyond that, where you even have whole sets of publications and media that are set up to support EB-1 applicants. I'm pretty sure I've seen some membership organizations set up to support EB-1 applicants. And all of this has just happened in the last 2 years, maybe some before that, just a little bit before that. But there seems to be kind of an explosion in these services being offered. And, none of this is bad on its own. I think a lot of it is actually positive and a lot of it is good. But it's introducing a whole lot of unknowns into the process. Whereas before, I could look at a profile and I could say USCIS will probably do this or probably do that. And now I'm reviewing a lot more profiles where I see that people have gone through specific programs. They've taken advantage of these services, some with media, some with memberships, some with authorship. And a lot of the profiles end up looking very, very similar. And I'm not sure how this is going to shape EB-1A adjudications in the long run. I am a big proponent of profile building. I think you do really have to put yourself out there to get recognition and to get accolades and to actually become a well-recognized expert in your field, even if you possess that technical expertise and that innate expertise already. I have a whole lot of skepticism about a lot of what's happening. And, I'm going to say I think this is USCIS's fault. So, for example, with the whole memberships thing, I've seen a couple of fellowships pop up that specifically use phrases from US immigration law, even though these are international associations. And that's very odd. But the reason they do that is because USCIS questions legitimate, large international organizations all the time, saying that their bylaws don't include this very specific phrase, that the person has to have made outstanding contributions to the field. Of course, organizations are popping up that are going to vet people with a rigorous process, and their bylaws are going to say outstanding contributions to the field are a requirement for membership. USCIS kind of made that a necessity. And I don't think that USCIS had an end goal of creating these kinds of associations or organizations, but that's the end result of their adjudication process. I still think, though, that USCIS is going to find a way to question these membership associations. I don't necessarily think they're as solid as a lot of other people think they are. And I'm curious to see how this is all going to play out over the next couple of years as USCIS starts to see more and more of these kinds of petitions. There's not really a point to all of these observations. I guess if there is a takeaway, it's just to be cautious. Like, there's a lot of changes, there's a lot of new things that are happening. And so, yes, focus on building your profiles, focus on getting that recognition, generating some acclaim for yourself in the field, but don't accept shortcuts just on their face. Make sure that you are taking into account a good mix of viewpoints and opinions, that you're doing a good mix of things and not just following like one program as the only path to success. I think a lot's going to change in the next couple of years for EB-1 adjudications, and so I'm preparing for that.